Okay, so first we have our approximate locations for FPZ. And then we have our CZ prime. Our C3 prime. We have our C4 prime. Our C1. Our C2. And our cervical vertebrae 5 alternate placement goes behind the ear. Okay, so for our 10-20 electrode placements, we start by measuring from tragus to tragus and get 35. So our first one, we start at the tragus and go 10% up, which is 3.5, and that is T3. And then we go 20% up, which is 7. That is C3. We go another 20%. That is CZ. We go another 20%. And that is C4. And another 20%, that is T4. Next, we measure from the nasion to the inion, and that is 35 as well. Start from the nasion and we go up 10%, which is 3.5, and that is FPZ. And we go up another 20%, so up 7 to FC. And then we have another 20%, that is CZ. We do another 20% to PZ. And another 20% to OZ. And next we measure the circumference of the head. And we get 55. So we start from T3 and we go 10%, which is 5.5. And that's T5. And we go another 10%. And that is O1. And then from T4, we go 10%. That is T6. And another 10%, and that is O2. And then from T3, we go up 10%. And that is F7. And another 10%. That is FP1. And from T4, we go up 10%. That is F8. and another 10%. And that is FP2. And then from there, we measure from F7 to FC. We get 11, so halfway is 5.5. And that there's F3. From here, measure from F8 to FC, and 11 again, and 5.5, and we get F4. And then back here, we measure from T5 to PZ and get 11. So halfway between, we get P3. And we measure from PZ to T6 and get 11 again. And then halfway between there is P4. And we have our FPZ up here. CZ, also known as CPZ, is 2 centimeters posterior to CZ. C3 prime is also known as CP3, is 2 centimeters posterior. So we have C3 prime, CZ prime, and then we have C4 prime, which is also 2 centimeters posterior. And then we have C1, which is between C3 and CZ. Halfway is 3.5. That's C1. And C2, which is between C4 and CZ. So again, 3.5. And that is C2. And then we have all 1020 electrode placements. Okay, and for a quick recap of all our electrodes, we have FPZ, FP1, FP2, we have F7, T3, T5, O1, OZ, O2, T6, T4, F8, FP2, back to FPC. Here we have FC, we have CZ, CZ prime, and in the back here, we have PZ and down to OZ. We have T3, C3, C1, CZ, C2, C4, T4. And then here we have F8, F4, FC, F3, F7. And we have T5, P3, PZ, P4, T6. And then lastly, we have C3 prime, CZ prime, C4 prime.